Yo, y'all know what it is. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gather around. Come on in. Take a load off. Get your cups, roll your blunts. You know what to do. Speaking of, I need to get situated real quick before we start. Before we get it cracking, I'm gonna let it roll for a hot little second. Then I'll go ahead and start it off. Oh man, I hope y'all having a good holiday. Um, I hope y'all get to eat everything you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? Hope everything on your plate the way you want it to be. Leave them chitlins alone. No, I'm just playing, man. I wanted me some chitlins. I feel like we played because I was kind of promised some and then it didn't come through. But whatever, whatever. It is what it is. But I definitely was propositioned some or offered some, and it ain't come through. And I want me some chitlins, man. I only eat them like once a year or something, man. So don't judge me. I like to go back to the roots. You feel me? Oh, alrighty. Let's get it, y'all. All right, man. What's happening with y'all, man? Y'all know what it is. PG the Hustler, talking shit. Episode Big 40, man. Episode 40. We in this thing, man. It's probably gonna be a little short one, man. I'm flying dolo. I ain't got no production this week. So this is pretty much an update show anyway. There's kind of no need for production. I just want to bring a couple updates to y'all. Um, So I'm gonna get to the main one that we covered last week. I'm gonna get to that later, which is everybody remember. Well, you should remember the people that got stabbed over there at the college. There's an update on that too. So without further ado, let's get to the first one, man. Let's get to this first update. And actually, what I'm gonna do is let's do an excerpt so we can review back to what we updating, and then we'll just go forward with the update, man. So check it out without further ado,
man.
He ran the stop sign.
Well, there is no stop sign. What are you talking about?
I understand. Where did you hit?
I wasn't, but I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and started harassing me. He put his car in park.
Right, because you're going to yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
You're a black man approaching a white woman.
This is NFL Hall of Famer Terrell Owens.
First of all, you had your boy right here, your husband right here. So first of all, I don't do that type of stuff.
Relax.
You did. You put your car in park and you came at me.
First of all, I didn't come at you.
Yes,
you
did.
You can stop all of that, Karen.
Okay, listen.
Get out of here with all of that.
Listen, if you guys want me here, I can solve it.
He literally came after me.
Here she crying. There's Karen. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Swear to God, I've never been a part of nothing like this. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Do you have your ID?
I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it, but this is firsthand.
And now he's on live.
Oh boy, is she crying? Oh my God.
The incident took place in Florida, and unfortunately, it's just a scene we've taken in far too often.
This is real. This is real. This is real. Here you go. Here you go, sir. This is real. This is real. This is real. This is real. I've never seen it. I've seen it, but I've never been a part of this. This is real life. And now she's crying. Her husband tried to tell her to go in the house, but now she wanted to do the whole Karen thing. So I'm going to be here with my camera to show everything. First of all, you need to stop that.
You were speeding through the neighborhood.
He was not. I was in the garage. You're lying now because I was sitting in the garage.
She said I was First of all, I know what you're saying. No, I get you.
I got you.
No, this is real. This is real life in 2022. This is real life Karen stuff.
The 48-year-old could not believe it, that it actually showed up on his doorstep, and yet here we are. NJ.com reported that geographically it took place in Broward County. Interestingly enough, as you heard at the end of the video, an alleged eyewitness said Karen's account is false. Per TMZ, the story goes as follows. In the footage, the woman accused T.O. of driving recklessly, nearly hitting her with his car, and then getting out of his ride to intimidate her. Owens adamantly denied the allegations, saying he was driving safely and only got out of his vehicle because she was screaming profanities at him. You don't yell at me and tell me I almost hit you, and I didn't. Owens can be heard telling the woman in the video. But you didn't have to get out of your effing car, she replied. Owens continued, you didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen. And this is the line that likely raised everyone's eyebrows. That's when the woman yelled back, you're a black man approaching a white woman. Like it's a crime. Like Terrell Owens did a wrong. Outrageous. Owens would tell the Broward County Sheriff's Office, I'm driving to my mailbox. She's telling me that I'm speeding, telling me to slow down. The woman accuses Owens of running a stop sign, nearly hitting her with the car, and then getting out of his car after she told him to slow down. The woman then told police, I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and he started harassing me. In the nearly 11-minute video, Owens panned the camera to himself and said, there's Karen. This is unbelievable. I've never been a part of nothing like this. I've seen it, but this is firsthand. Before they got here, it was F you that. The police show up, the tears start flowing. TMZ provided an update to this story. The Broward County Sheriff's Office told the outlet, officers responded to the scene of the argument at around 10:30 p.m., but did not make any arrests. The parties were separated, and the situation resolved.
Nothing they can do. I mean,
The Racoma Luminaris 2.
T.O. That's all they needed. That's all that she needed to say. People should pay close attention to that phrase right there. You're a black man approaching a white woman. And to her, that was a crime enough. That was crime enough, I mean to say. So, this is nuts. So, y'all got the backstory on that. So, let's check this.
That went toe-to-toe with Terrell Owens and then ended up lying.
This is the update.
Well, that Karen has been charged with a misdemeanor. Let me remind you of the initial issue. Here it is.
I'm good. What's up, sir?
What's going on, folks?
I'm driving to my mailbox. She telling me I'm speeding, telling me to slow down.
Slow down, and he rolled down his window and he started harassing.
First of all, I didn't harass you. She telling me to slow down. I said, what do you mean slow down? I said, yo, I'm just going to the mailbox. Then she goes, get the out the middle of the road.
Across the street, and he almost hit me.
First of all, I almost hit you. Now you just making up stuff.
No, I literally
Just like a
from the
Karen.
beginning. You almost hit me.
How did I almost hit you? And I'm going to the mailbox.
I was a Karen.
Yeah, I called you a Karen when I came over here after you said I called the police. Absolutely. Then you went on to say, oh, I'm the subject of the HOA meeting, this and that and the other. I got liens on my house, this and that and the other. Then you start bringing up my status, who I was, my HBO, my VH1. You the one brought it up, lady. I did it. You did it. You did.
Hey, folks.
First of all, I didn't almost hit her. Sir, no, I'm fine, sir. First of all, I didn't almost hit her.
I understand that. Just relax.
I'm not finna sit up here.
He ran the stop sign.
Well, there is no stop sign. What are you talking about?
I understand that.
I wasn't, but I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and started harassing me. He put his car in park.
Right, because you're gonna yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
A black man approaching a white woman.
First of all, you had your boy right here, your husband right here. So first of all, I don't do that type of stuff.
Relax.
You did. You put your car in park and you came at me.
First of all, I didn't come at you.
Yes, you did.
You can stop all of that, Karen.
Listen, if you guys want me here, I can solve it.
He literally came after me.
Here she crying. There's Karen. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Swear to God, I've never been a part of nothing like this. Her husband tried to tell her to go in the house, but no, she wanted to do the whole Karen thing. So I'm going to be here with my camera to show everything. First of all, you need to stop that.
He was speeding through the neighborhood.
He was not. I was in the garage. You're lying now because I was sitting in the garage.
She's been charged with a misdemeanor with her lying ass. Put up the picture, please. So this particular Karen said a few things. She said, you're a black man approaching a white woman. Whoa, wait a minute. I mean, she utilized black man as if she means you are a wild beast. You are a monstrous criminal. I mean, what does that have to do with your tears, madam? He's an African-American male. He can legally be that. Also, she said she was harassed by Mr. Owens. She also indicated, according to the narrative, that the HOA has issues with Mr. Owens. She said he had the audacity to put his car in park. Okay. Let me give you the background. Court records show that Caitlin Davis was hit with a second-degree misdemeanor charge for false reports. Yep, false reports. Because all those lies she told. This is how you deal with Karenicity. Now, I've said this before. For everyone who has one of those Karen moments and the police are called and you say, oh, you know what? I'm going to just let it go. I'm going to forgive what happened here. But Karen, I hope you learned a lesson. No way. They have learned a damn thing. You're going to have to go ahead and file that police report. You're going to have to show the court. You got to prosecute fullest extent of the law. All right? You are not doing the society a favor unless you prosecute Karenicity. I'm telling you now, it will come back. The only thing I've seen these Karens respect on some level is when they get those handcuffs around their wrist. So according to documents, authorities say that she knowingly gave false information to a law enforcement officer about the spat. Records show she's due in court in December for a hearing. We will be there. If convicted, she's facing jail time. All right. Now, when I say we will be there, we will make sure we report and give you the update. Owens will speak to Cuomo about the Karen being charged. Here it is.
Now she's charged. Do you like that she is charged? Do you want to prosecute her?
Yeah, absolutely. Because if the roles were reversed, obviously they would be going to the full extent of the law to charge me. So again, it's not about me. I just think about others that may have been in this situation and that they didn't, like I said, have the status or just the wherewithal to do what I did. Like I said, it could have been obviously gravely different. And so again, I want to be able to use this platform, obviously, to kind of shed light on really what goes on. Like I said, it doesn't matter what type of neighborhood you're in. This is the reality of the life of a black individual or a black American.
Now, damn it, that's how you do it. Absolutely. Yes, I want to charge. I want to prosecute it 100%. There you go. Sir, I'm going to say this, and I don't say this lightly, Mr. Owens. You are the #1 anti-Karen right now in my world. All right, TMZ wanted a statement. When TMZ Sports reached out to Mr. Owens, his quote was, "Karen is real." You see? Trey, thoughts here?
I mean, I think the part, where she said while crying, you're a black man approaching a white woman sort of tells the whole tale, because for a very, very, very long time, that was literally all they had to say in a situation like that. And everybody, any authority figure or law enforcement officer, anybody would have been like, oh my God, that's true. Lock him up, and as T.O. himself pointed out, that type of thing still happens. Like he, who knows if he hadn't have been a Hall of Fame wide receiver, a very high profile, successful guy. Also, I'm from Tennessee, so I would point out he's the all-time greatest University of Tennessee Chattanooga mock. He played at Tennessee Chattanooga in college. Love T.O. But yeah, if he wasn't who he is, it still could have gone that way, and it might have turned out exactly how she expected it to. You know what I mean? It's just she happened to start her Karenicity, as you put it, with a high profile and high status black man, because it goes the other way all the time. But the more stuff like this happens and people like T.O. push back and prosecute, like you said, then maybe we can continue to sort of whittle away at the overall culture of Karenness in this country.
Yeah, one can only hope. But even in the scenario that we saw in video, you clearly see the officer telling T.O. to calm down. Yeah. But the white woman is the one who's irate. So even in that, the bias of the officer still is clear in how he dealt with the situation initially.
Most definitely. 100%. So what would y'all do? Would y'all prosecute 100%? Let me know. Put that shit in the comments. Let me know what y'all would do. I don't know what I would do. I think, well, I ain't gonna say that. I'll prosecute the fuck out of her. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's just crazy. I just feel like that. I just feel like that. It's crazy. So, all right. We all know, and I'm sure everybody has heard about Shanquilla. It was kind of happening last week. It was kind of happening last week as we were talking about some stuff. It kind of came down. So I just kind of want to brush over it a little bit. I think it's sad. It started off us just hearing about Shanquilla and her being dead over in Cabo with a trip. I mean, on a trip with her friends, and then the updates came real fast on this. Like it happened one day, and then 2 days later, boom, here come all the updates. So, I think this is a somewhat newer video, but like I said, we're just gonna run them off for y'all, man. We know y'all know how it go.
Veteran move number 11. Always have a plan.
Just shots, rest in peace to her, and then prayers and condolences to her family, because this is something that nobody should ever go through. This was just gruesome, man.
It was they attacked her, man. It wasn't no physical. They attacked her, man. I mean, it seemed like from my daughter was asleep, man. For all them to be in that room, and then they come in there like, I don't know, she woke up or whatever, the way it seemed like they attacked her, man. And she naked, man. For a father to see that video, man, because my daughter's not a fighter, man. She's not a fighter, not at all. For them to do what they did, man, it just seemed like it was a plot, because they couldn't have did that over here, man. They couldn't have did that over here, where her friends, all her friends are. It wouldn't have went down like that, man. They don't realize, what they done done, man. They just robbed, they just put a hole in my heart, man. That was my only child. I'm just heartbroken, man. I can't even be a granddaddy. Can't even walking down the aisle, man. Can't even hear a voice. Can't even hear say daddy. Mom, can't even hear say daddy. Can't even hear say grandma. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know what this has done to me. Just don't know, man. You just don't know.
He tried for a while.
Just don't know. Just don't know. I thought she'll be burying me. Not me burying her.
What do you hope happens in this situation when it comes to getting justice for your girl?
They get charged for it, man. And they go back over there and do the time, because that's where they did the crime at. And they left her there, man. They left her in that house, man. They left her there for the maids to find her. Don't you know how much pain my daughter suffered for the injuries, that she took? She was smaller frame, man. For them to sit there and try to get her no help or nothing. I just want justice, man. I'm just angry, hurt, sad, all in one, man. All in one. And I've been dealing with this from day one when I got the phone call saying that she had passed, man.
When you say you want them to, of course you want them to be arrested and to serve, but life sentence, is that what you think that they should face?
Yes. They took a life, man. They took a life.
Pretty much. I think they should get the penalty, honestly.
Building your business online?
I'm speechless. I'm at a loss for words, because I don't.
Of 25-year-old Shanquilla Robinson, who died while on a trip to Mexico with friends last month. Her parents say her friends told them she died from alcohol poisoning, but an autopsy report is painting a completely different picture. Robinson's mother joined the stream earlier today. Here's a bit of what she said.
I didn't believe any stories, so after we received the autopsy on Thursday evening, and the autopsy told us what had actually happened to her. And so that took it to a whole nother level, because, they're saying that it was alcohol, and alcohol was not the cause of her death.
CBS News national correspondent Jerika Duncan is closely following this story and joins me in Studio 57 now with more. Jerika, this is so disturbing on so many levels, so many open questions at this point. First of all, what do we know about what happened to Shanquilla Robinson on this trip to Mexico.
We know that she went on a trip with friends and she didn't come home, for starters. There is a video out there, which we have not verified, but her mother said she watched it. She believes it's her daughter. And in the video, she is being beaten up by these alleged friends. She's naked. There's someone filming this incident and saying, at least fight for yourself. This is allegedly the best friend that her mother said she believes was there. It's a horrifying story. A number of people actually reached out to me and said, hey, why not do something on this woman? And I hadn't heard of it, to be completely honest with you, Elaine. And the more digging that I did, it was obvious that this did rise to a national level. You don't assume that when your daughter goes off on vacation with her friends that they're going to end up dead. As to what exactly happened, those details still have yet to be sorted out. We know that the autopsy report said that she appeared to have died from a fractured neck or broken neck, fractured vertebrae. Initially, her mother told me that the friends who were there came to the house to give their condolences, said that they believed her daughter died from alcohol poisoning. But it was 2 days after that that the mother got the autopsy report and realized there was no mention of alcohol poisoning.
So I just want to make sure I understand, did the family know the friends that she was on this trip with?
Correct. And some of them came to the home after they returned from Cabo, Mexico. I also want to acknowledge that the mother told me they started receiving tips and clips of video of this fight that happened where their daughter is appearing to be defenseless, not fighting back. And they went to the Charlotte police. Well, the Charlotte police then took it to the FBI. The FBI has put out a statement there in Charlotte. They said the video was referred to the FBI, and we encourage anyone with related photos or video to contact the FBI. So they're involved. The State Department has released a comment on this because of where it happened in Mexico. And the Mexican authorities are also investigating this as a suspicious death. So that's where we are in terms of the investigation. Her mother also tells me that they're now planning a funeral as we sit here. She's preparing to bury her daughter, 25 years old, tomorrow on Saturday. And then a week of protest potentially. Why? Because they want someone to be held accountable. There's video, there are people in this video, and no one has been arrested.
I mean, I can't even begin to imagine what this mother is going through. How is she navigating all of this?
She said through prayer, and I can only imagine what that must be like, and the shock of it all.
Absolutely.
And the fact that the mom watched this video, I don't even want to look at the video.
No.
It's too much. I read what this video shows. I've seen still photos, but it's circulating on the internet. I mean, that's another conversation. How something like this, a woman getting beaten to the point where, again, she doesn't return home, is just being constantly shared. It's disgusting.
Well, it is so disturbing. So many more answers yet to come on this, Jerika Duncan. I know you'll continue to cover this. Thanks so much, Jerika.
Thank you.
So, y'all can do your own due diligence and your own reporting and look that video up. I refuse to show it on my platform. I don't show videos of people being murdered on my platform. I don't really believe in that. We can talk about it because that's what we do. We talk shit. But here lately it's been serious shit that we've been talking, because right now in all facets of our lives is changing and it's different. And it's not the way it used to be, and of course, which it's not supposed to. It's not going to. It's not going to stay the same. But in all facets of life, things have changed and become, and kind of almost did a 360, to where we would only hear about stuff like this, and you know, we would just say, "Damn, that's messed up. That's cold-blooded." But then now, in today's day and age, where everything is everything is at arm's reach, And the audacity and the nerve of somebody to film this and to call themselves a friend and to film this and to holler out, fight for yourself, and there's 3, 4, how many ever people, multiple, it don't matter if it's just 2. It's a special place for that person too. I mean, I think all of them should get charged. Honestly, I think they should have been something. This is just weird with our system and our laws and stuff like that, just because it happened over there. But if the Mexican government puts out warrants for them for the murder, then extradition, I do believe, can happen. We're definitely going to be keeping up and following up on this case of Shanquella. It's just crazy. I don't know. It hit me in a certain place because I have a daughter, and I would hate to get any kind of phone calls or anything like this, like something going down, or like I can just like when he was talking, I felt him. Like I said, he tried to hold it in for a long time and get a little interview, but it's only so much. You know, his days right now are just filled with sadness, man. Now, like I said, condolences to the family. I hope you guys get all the justice that Shanquella deserves. This is just crazy, and we will be continuing to cover this. We have to. All right, moving right along. I'm trying to think. I don't think it's anything else. What else do we have to cover, man? If I'm getting ready to get to this one, but if I'm gonna get to this main event, and then we'll probably do a couple other things. But like I said, I told y'all it's probably gonna be a short show today. We just want to give a couple of these updates. I can't think. If there's anything I missed, man, y'all put that shit in the comments, man, and we'll go over it on next week's show about that. But I want to get into this next one, and then we'll just go whatever, we'll go with the flow, man. Y'all know how we do, man.
On the urgent manhunt for a suspect in the murder of those 4 college students in Idaho. Police now say all 4 victims may have been asleep at the time of the attack. Kana Whitworth is there for us in Moscow, Idaho, with more. Good morning, Kana.
Yeah, Robin, good morning. Authorities tell me the other 2 roommates who survived were also likely asleep, but that they were in the basement. And when they woke up, they thought a roommate had passed out, initially calling friends over, who discovered a much more sinister scene. This morning, police in Moscow, Idaho, revealing for the first time that before a 911 call was made, the 2 surviving roommates of a deadly rampage that killed 4 students summoned friends to the off-campus home, telling authorities they thought someone on the 2nd floor had, quote, passed out and was not waking up.
What I do know is that they woke up later in the morning. They recognized that something was amiss as far as they believed that the roommate wouldn't wake up. They called some friends. The friends came over. They called 911, and that's when the officers arrived.
Police say multiple people spoke with the 911 dispatcher before an officer arrived.
You have victims with multiple stab wounds. How does that translate to
How do you not see that?
My roommate's passed out and won't wake up?
So I haven't seen the scene, and I'm not exactly sure what they saw in the morning. But what we believe we know is that when they woke up, they believed that the roommate was still passed out, wasn't responding, and they called some friends.
Responding to what?
I'm not sure.
Detectives do not believe anyone at the scene was involved in the crime. This TikTok from inside the home showing all of the roommates together just weeks before. The survivors' faces blurred because police haven't released their identities yet. As the search for the killer intensifies, authorities say they're targeting certain neighborhoods, looking for surveillance video and any new evidence.
We're looking everywhere.
Frantic for answers, Kernatel's brother going door to door with flyers asking neighbors to search their properties.
This is a horrible thing that's happened, and somebody needs to be brought to justice.
Meanwhile, Gonzalez's sister has been poring over phone records saying Kaylee made several calls to her longtime boyfriend the night she was killed. The calls went unanswered between 2:26 and 2:52 a.m.
I know for an absolute fact that he is not a suspect. He is not suspicious. He is 100% innocent in this.
And this morning, police confirming he is not a suspect, but they're still asking this tight-knit community for information. And right now, authorities have conducted 90 interviews. They're chasing over 700 leads. But of course, all of this is happening, Robin, as Ethan's family is laying him to rest today.
All right, Kana, thank you so much. We're going to bring in ABC News contributor, former FBI agent Brad Garrett. And Brad, we heard in Kana's report the police releasing those chilling new details. 2 victims were on the 2nd floor, 2 on the 3rd floor. All 4 now believed to have been asleep at the time. The 2 roommates that were in the house in the basement. What does all this tell you, Brad?
So it tells me that someone came into the house with a comfort level, that they probably knew the layout of the house. And I tell you what this new information, Robin, really sort of changes my analysis or profile of maybe who did this. And the reason why is that if you have basically 4 people killed on 2 different floors, and the roommates go up and really don't realize that they've been stabbed, does that mean that the killer is actually staged? Did he cover them up in such a way that they didn't see the blood? And so as a result, is this a person maybe a little older? Think about how much time it would take to go to 4 different people and to kill them in the manner in which they were killed. So what bothers me is that the circle of people that may have committed this, you may have to make bigger. You obviously look for people close to the victims initially, and that's absolutely correct. But my sense might be that this is somebody that's really not in their inner circle, but we'll have to see.
Okay, so you're shifting your analysis. Do you think, even though the police have stressed that this is ongoing, it's going to take some time, how are they shifting the investigation, do you think, based on this new information?
Well, I would hope they're shifting it to looking at after moving beyond immediate contacts, in other words, other college students, basically, boyfriends, girlfriends, etc., is that who else do they have relationships with? People, adults on campus, people in the community, because you're going to actually have to start spreading out to people that they may have had just a casual relationship with. Because this person didn't just show up in this house and commit this act. He went there to do specifically what he had done. And it's so clear to me that he really knew what he was doing, just based on the time alone, as I mentioned to you earlier.
All right, Brad Garrett, thank you. I know we'll be checking back with you from time to time, and hopefully they do have some solid leads, because the families of those 4 victims can only imagine what they're going through right now. Brad, thank you. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin.
I just don't get it. So there's that. Man, y'all let me know how y'all feel. It was a couple things. Okay, for one, there's multiple people stabbed on multiple levels of the house. No struggle. Or is it struggle and they just not telling us that it's struggle? But 4 different people. Well, I think, what is it, 4? I think the total was 4. It's 4 people, different levels of the house, all stabbed multiple times. Like, I don't get it. Like, the first time something hits you in your sleep, I know loud noises or noise period or movement wakes me up in my sleep. So, like, people moving around me gonna wake me up in my sleep. So, a stab? And you mean to tell me nobody got up with any fight in them? This is super fishy. I told y'all it was fishy from the jump last week. Now, this is getting crazier. Way crazier. Multiple people multiple people, multiple levels, multiple stab wounds for each person. How? Only thing the FBI dude can say is, oh, we gotta broaden our circle of people of suspects. Yeah, no shit. Something going on. Something is definitely going on. Iceberg Flame, what's good?
Man, what's happening, y'all? I lost track of the time, man.
Oh, it's all good. I done ran through it. I'm about to. It's about. I
What's
got.
up?
Did you have anything else to drop in? I just did the updates. You
No,
know, this is the 40th show, so I just did a little update on a couple
no.
of things. I updated everybody on the. Of course, we did. Remember, we did the Shanquilla.
Yeah,
Then I talked about To. You know, To and that Karen that he had hit. Not hit, but the Karen he got involved with. You know, they pressing charges on her.
I saw that. I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, and then you know, I just did this. Let's find a different. Let me see if I can catch another. What's the name? Cause let me see. Oh my God.
But yeah, they say everybody in that room had jumped on that girl, but them two dudes, man. That
Talking about
shit crazy.
Shanquilla, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, crazy, ain't it?
that girl that body slammed her, killed her, yo.
So check it out. Um, so I'm not like I told everybody. They can do their due diligence as far as going to watch the video.
Yeah.
Me, this kind of thing is starting to really, really upset me as far as
Veteran move number 11.
How brazen people are to just record stuff and how we're just watching people's being murdered and there's nothing and everybody's sharing it. I don't want that on this platform as far as that because it's a respect level about it and you know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's something that I just don't want to do. I don't want clicks that bad. You know what I'm saying? To be putting these people's. We could talk about it because that's what we do. But to be putting these people's demise actually on our platform, that don't sit right with me. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they can do their due diligence and watching that, going and digging it up and finding it out. But yes, bro, I have not watched it because I don't want to.
No, I had watched it. I just saw the damn,
The little
you know,
screen.
yeah, and people, and I was like, man. So then I watched Willie D was talking about it yesterday and today.
hmm
That brother was like, he was talking about all the shit that happened. I was like, man, hold the fuck on. Everybody jumped on the girl.
Yeah, man, and supposedly the friend or the
Girl?
best friend was standing back with the camera, talking about you ain't gonna fight for yourself. At least fight for yourself. And that everybody, even the parents said, everybody said that she was a little frame girl. You could see it, you could tell. But they did this shit like they did it like out of her sleep. She was sleeping, they woke her up, whooping her ass, man. Like that shit is fucked up. I believe me personally. I feel like they all should be tried and extradited over there to back over there to Cabo to Mexico.
Oh yeah, the new news today is they done issue arrest warrants. They didn't say who, but yeah, they issued arrest warrants.
They got them cool for sure. Hell
I'm
yeah. But
trying them on help with it, but they did issue some arrest warrants in Mexico.
wow. So there it is. So now they can be extradited once they get caught here.
Yeah, if give them up.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So this is what we was on when you popped in. This what I was on right here when you popped in. Remember the thing we did last week with the Idaho, and I told y'all that shit was weird. And,
yeah, I didn't. But I heard something was said, but I didn't see what it was.
Man,
working day and night to determine who killed 4 University of Idaho students. Some 10 days later, there have been no arrests after they were found initially stabbed in their home and off campus.
They were
Krem 2's
stabbed.
Amanda Rowley has the latest tonight from Moscow.
Well, Idaho
Now,
State Police
this
say
is where it starts getting
investigators have
fucking
collected more than 100 pieces of evidence from this crime scene here where 4 University of Idaho students were found murdered. They've also conducted about 150 interviews. Now, while we didn't receive any critical updates from the Moscow Police Department today, Chief James Fry did say that this case remains a top priority.
We still believe there's more information to be gathered.
Authorities investigating the brutal stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students are asking the public for any tips and clues that might help bring a break in the case.
We ask anyone with any information related to what happened with these 4 who are in our community, their interaction with others,
4, that's what I
and
thought.
whether they expressed concern or commented about someone or something strange, to get that information to us.
Detectives are still searching for the weapon. It's believed that a fixed blade knife was used in the killings that shook this college town on November 13th. Combined, more than 40 investigators from the FBI, state police, and the Moscow Police Department are working the case. Detectives here in Moscow, Idaho, believe the 4 victims were targeted, and with no one in custody, police are advising everyone to remain cautious.
That is the type of vigilance
What I tell
that
you.
we're looking for in the community, being aware of your surroundings.
What I tell y'all last
Investigators
week.
have looked extensively into information they received about victim Kaylee Gonsalves having a stalker. Authorities say so far they have not been able to verify or identify a stalker. Police say the victims appeared to have been stabbed multiple times and some had defense wounds. Meanwhile, a plan to provide a keychain alarm to women on the University of Idaho campus is in the works, thanks to a group of alumni who want students to feel safe. Now, police are aware of the man that Madison and Kaylee called several times. Tonight, investigators are saying they do not believe he was involved in the attack. Neither are those who made the 911 call. Reporting in Moscow, Amanda Rowley, Krem 2 News.
What I tell you.
Yeah.
Something the fuck going on. If it ain't that stalker that she had, it's a serial killer or something going on. Something, I don't want to just jump down that path already, but that's Idaho, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Weirdos is out there, man.
No lie.
You ever? I know you, man. Come on, I'm talking to a seasoned vet. I know you done been around this country, nigga. You know how them places is, bro.
Yeah. That's
All
one of the places I ain't never been to. And Wyoming and Idaho is the top on the motherfucking list, yo.
You feel me?
Idaho, man, I don't know shit about motherfucking Idaho. I mean, everything I heard from there was like bad vibes and shit.
Facts. That's exactly. So
You know
you
what I mean?
already know. I know I'm talking to the right person. You already know.
They all as well. Montana, all them, yeah, nah, bro. I ain't never I want to go to complete the quest, but nah, I ain't gonna be no motherfucking just
right.
Ride through that motherfucker, get something with a receipt saying I done been there, and keep motherfucking moving.
Stop at the what's the name and get a magnet, get a refrigerator magnet, nigga, and dip.
What is it? Quick trip?
Yeah, stop at the quick trip.
Get that motherfucker.
You know it. The truck stop. You already know, nigga. The quick trip.
That 59-cent motherfucking big gulp, that 32-ounce drink.
Get that motherfucker and keep pushing. Shit.
A bag of Funyuns. A bag of motherfucking Funyuns and keep moving, yo.
Nigga ain't got no business around that motherfucker, boy.
Oh, I mean, but I had never heard. You know what I mean? It's like
right. You don't never hear nothing good about Idaho or them places like that. Like
I wanted to go to Wyoming to ride horses. That's I heard they got horse ranches up there and shit.
Right. Well, they got horses everywhere, nigga.
Yeah, but just to get being on a ranch in Wyoming, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And I know shit cheap over there too, and I
yeah.
know why.
It wasn't nothing with Idaho other than motherfucking potatoes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a potato field where they do potatoes. I know they got a fucking tourist attraction where they grow potatoes and they fry them motherfuckers and bake them and
Let you smash them right there, huh?
but other than that, nah. But that shit there, the shit at the Walmart, yo. Come on, man. That new shit, see?
What's that?
The motherfucker killed them people at the Walmart.
Talk to me.
Motherfucker went to work and killed people at work at Walmart.
Let's go.
I can't remember exactly where. It was in New Jersey. I want to say it was New Jersey.
21 hours ago.
No, it was in Virginia. That was Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that happened yesterday.
And it's the manager.
Yeah. We just had some shit with Walmart last week, wasn't it? Walmart been popping up in the news a motherfucking lot.
Been popping. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Hold on. Let's try to get one with a little. That face they showed, bro.
Yeah, that MSNBC. I think that was the one that was telling like the real shit.
Got you.
I want to bring into this conversation Leo Kaczynski. He's the Chesapeake Police Department Public Information Officer. He's joining me now. Let's get some more information. Leo, are you there?
Y'all gotta excuse me. I've been on these sunflower seeds, man, for a couple
I am
days.
so sorry for
it.
what you're facing tonight. What can you tell us about the shooting?
Pickles.
So it looks like around Tuesday evening, around 10:12, we responded to the Walmart located on Sam's Circle here in the city of Chesapeake.
The exact kind I got.
The initial call came in for a report of a shooting. Once the initial officers came in, we were quickly able to ascertain that it was an active threat. We immediately transitioned to our active threat response, which is well within our training, kind of our way we do things. Over the course of the next 30 or so minutes, multiple responding patrol officers, SWAT officers, and then with the help of our fire department, we're able to provide tactical life-saving measures to injured persons. Unfortunately, I'm able to say that there's been multiple fatalities and multiple injuries. And we can say that right now we know, it appears that there was a single shooter, and that single shooter is deceased at this time. It's a very active scene right now. Investigators are still on the scene, still sweeping the building, looking for other victims that may be hidden or, scared or whatever. So very, very fluid, very active scene right now.
So I have a number of questions. You say the shooter at this point is deceased. Was that one of the officers on hand who shot him? Is that how he died?
Do not believe so, but I cannot definitively confirm that.
And it's a male, correct?
I do not know that for sure either.
Got it. We just know that it is a shooter or was a shooter. The shooter is now deceased. You said multiple fatalities. Do you know how many?
I do not have a number right now, no ma'am.
Do you know how many people have been injured or taken to area hospitals?
Unfortunately, I do not, no ma'am.
At this point, are there people still inside the store?
Only police officers. The store's been evacuated.
Can you describe the area to us? I know the call came in just after 10 p.m. How busy would the store be around that time? And really tell us about Chesapeake, how active things are, how busy they are.
I'm not really sure how busy it was. It is a Walmart Supercenter. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Typically that time of night in this area, it's a kind of a shopping business district. It's hard to say. We're a couple days before the Thanksgiving holiday. I don't know how many last-minute shoppers were going to be there. I haven't gotten any reports on how many people were inside. I'm just not sure. I apologize.
Do we know, and I'm guessing you don't, but I want to ask, the multiple fatalities, do we know if it's store employees?
I do not know.
Do we know much about the kind of weapon or weapons that were used?
No, ma'am, I do not.
From here, what happens over the next hour? Where does the investigation go?
Once we can verify that the building is secure, that there's no other hidden gunman, so to speak. It gets turned over to our criminal investigation and forensic section, and then they just do a full. It just starts to basically just like any other. We work as the homicide, active shooter type investigation at that point.
Do you know at this point if the shooter acted alone? Did he or she come in a car? Is there a vehicle with other guns or weapons?
We do not believe so. We believe that shooter was alone, but we're not 100% sure. That's still part of the investigation. And you got to realize we're still just a little over 2 hours into this, so we have way more questions than answers right now.
Understood. So, but at this point, given that it appears that that shooter did act alone and they are deceased at this point, would you say there is a public threat or not?
We're not treating it as a public threat right now. No, ma'am. We believe that it was a single shooter, and that shooter is deceased.
How many people do we know have been taken out who are injured? Do you have any idea of that? You know, how many area hospitals will be expecting to be getting injured people in the next few minutes?
Well, they would have already been there by now, and I do not have that number. All the injured and transported were transported a while ago. They're no longer still pulling injured out. Those people that we know that were injured have already been transported.
So as I'm looking at live images of that Walmart Supercenter, who is left there? It's just police? Anyone who was in the store, any employees, they have already left and gone home?
No, they would be, any person that would have been on scene would have been witnesses. So any witnesses that would have been on scene would have been moved to a safe location. We have a staging area for them to be followed. They'll be followed up within criminal investigators. And then anybody that's inside the building right now would be police, forensics, basically the parts of it, the people that are involved with the investigation.
Help us understand who would be involved. As we're looking at images, right, I can see flashing lights all over the screen. Obviously, the Chesapeake Police Department is there. Who else is there?
Virginia State Police is assisting, and then the Virginia Beach Police Department is also assisting here with traffic control.
And you are on the scene, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you, what did you witness when you arrived? Did you go inside the store yourself?
No, ma'am, I didn't witness. Ma'am, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cut this short. I can do 2 more questions real quick, and then I'm gonna have to go because I got a lot of media out here.
I'm going to let you go. I understand you've got a lot more serious business to handle right now. I appreciate you joining us. Please let us know any other information. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it.
That shit funny.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
To reset for viewers,
don't it seem like not the situation,
at about
but how
10:12 p.m. a call was made
he was like,
to the Chesapeake 911 call was made to Chesapeake Police. A shooting took place at a Walmart Supercenter in Chesapeake, Virginia. We know there have been multiple deaths.
But did you see how in her voice, in her tone, she got a little perturbed?
We do not know the sex of the shooter.
She didn't like that.
We do not know a motive, nothing about it. It is not a current active threat at this point. We know a number of people have been taken to area hospitals. The store at this point has been evacuated. As I said, a Walmart superstore that would be open 24/7, so the store was open. We do not know how busy it was. We do not know how many people were in the store, but a mass shooting has been reported with multiple casualties.
Wow, I wanted to see this one with this nigga's face.
Let's have a little talk, one veteran to another.
Attack and a nightmare scenario for shoppers and employees inside this Walmart. Now police are trying to figure out the gunman's motive. Dramatic video capturing the aftermath of a deadly shooting at a Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia.
I saw another person's body come out in a shopping cart.
Police say a store manager identified as 31-year-old Andre Bing opened fire in the break room Tuesday night, striking co-workers before turning the gun on himself. The shooting left at least 6 people dead and at least 6 others taken to the hospital with injuries.
It's a lot to process. You know, these are people in our community whose lives were cut short the day before Thanksgiving. It's heartbreaking.
The mother of one of the victims spoke about what her son went through.
He saw people on the ground. He actually had to, he said he had to, you know, kind of jump over them just trying to save himself and get to the front of the store.
The attack taking place a week and a half after a gunman shot and killed 3 University of Virginia football players, and just days after a mass shooting in Colorado that left 5 dead.
He's just
stark reminders of senseless, violent crime. And so much of it is really a moment to reflect on the state of mind of America and Virginia.
Police expect this investigation to last for days. President Biden reached out to Governor Youngkin to offer support and federal assistance. In Chesapeake, Virginia, Lauren Blanchard, Fox 32, Chicago.
Wow.
I'm going to put some shit together real quick, bro. All right. So, what goes on in the break room? What kind of shit go down in the break room?
Okay, so I used to work at Walmart.
Yeah.
So really, honestly, nothing really but just motherfuckers eating, smoking cigarette. They used to have a smoking area, but now, you know, the laws done changed. You can't smoke and they don't got that room no more. Because it used to be just one big-ass room with this fucking ventilator in it, but... So I mean, really just motherfuckers eating, talking shit, motherfuckers flirting, you know.
Let's go to talking shit. So they talking shit. Probably joning on dude or some bullshit. Laughing at him or bullying or some kind of shit. Cussing him out, whatever. Whoever he want to get is in that motherfucking break room. 2, 3 people. And yeah, he gotta go to the car. He go to the car and get his shit. Come in there and shoot motherfuckers that's in there.
Honestly,
I think that shit, yeah, somebody said something to him that pissed his ass off. Cause I mean, I might be dumb too, but I just can't see no motherfucker just going in somewhere and shooting somebody without no motherfucking reason.
My thing, man, like, okay, so to piggyback off of that, what you said, it has to be something to that effect or involving that or a build-up of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the first time it was happening. You know what I'm saying? This nigga is the manager. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it could have been, okay, I'm going to tell you another thing. And I'm not trying to be, you know, funny or trying to, like, puff myself up. But, nigga, I used to honestly, like, punk the shit out the manager sometime. If they would ask you to do some dumb shit and you ain't want to do it, because Walmart work real funny, bro. Like the motherfuckers above you always want you to do some shit they can't do and it's impossible. Right. And then they ride your ass about it if it's not done. So therefore shit rolls downhill. So he probably riding their ass about shit. You know what I'm saying? They probably, boom, like you said, joning on him, talking shit. Oh, you bitch ass nigga, you ain't shit, you ain't woo woo woo, you ain't hard, you ain't woo. You can't make me do shit. I don't fuck you. I don't give a fuck if you get in trouble. I'm coming here to do my motherfucking job, and I'm leaving, nigga. I don't give a fuck if that shit ain't done. Well, he the one that got to stay there, and as the manager, you know what I'm saying? My wife can attest to this. As the manager, you don't get no extras. You're on salary. You don't get no overtime. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stay and do work that motherfuckers didn't do. So it could be a lot of shit built up. My thing is, why so many black people now, bro? Yeah. Black folks don't walk in somewhere and just mass shoot people.
Right.
We don't do that. So that's why I'm like, had to piggyback off of your sentiment, like saying like, hey, it has to be something to where this is a build-up of motherfuckers talking shit to him, putting him down. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you a bitch ass nigga. You know, woo, woo, woo. You only got this job because of this and that. I don't want to be no motherfucking manager. I don't want to put up with that shit you got to go through, motherfucker. Fuck you. In your position, nigga. You ain't shit. You a bitch. You a motherfucking slave for them niggas. Nah, woo, woo, woo. Nigga, I done said it all. That's how I know it, nigga. That's how I know the script, nigga, because I done read it. You know what I'm saying?
31 is kind of like young to be a manager, though.
No, my wife was a manager before that.
I'm saying, but to be 31, they got all them age the age range in Walmart is 17 to 60 something.
Yeah, well, he ain't. They saying the store's manager. He ain't the store manager. Put it like that.
Probably
He ain't the
section.
big manager. Yeah, he's just a manager. He like a shift leader or a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just a regular manager. You know what I'm saying? Because they got motherfuckers who manager over departments. You know what I'm saying? You got manager over the soft lines, manager over, you know what I'm saying, food. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So he ain't the store manager. So all them motherfuckers could be young. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Might have been manager of the snack chip department or something.
He probably was manager over sporting goods or something. You know what I mean? Toys.
Got you.
But, you know what I'm saying? To add to that, being young as a manager, and there's a lot of shit you got to deal with.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Walmart to put a strain on you, man. My wife went through a lot with Walmart, man. I'm talking about life changing type shit, like, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to put her, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put her shit out there, but you know, she went through it'll fuck you up, bro. That shit that they be asking you and trying to put on you, and it's impossible. But they look at you like you can do it, like like they know it can be done, and they did it. They ain't never did it.
Right.
So I'm telling you, we marketing it right here like we always do, huh, Ice?
Yeah.
They was fucking with that nigga.
Fucking with that nigga some kind of way. That nigga just snapped.
It built up, but he snapped the fuck out.
He ain't fun to kill himself. You know that's another motherfucking. You know. Oh.
I don't get that.
Nah.
If you know, in no way, shape, or form, let me put this out. Do I condone any of it?
No, none of it. No.
But if you are that bad that you want to take somebody else's life, to turn around and take your own is the most cowardice thing you can do in the world.
Yep.
If you I was always told as a youngster by my granddad, man, for real, on some real shit. If you have an action, be sure that you can stand up and you're gonna take the consequences for that.
Right. For anything you do.
For anything you do, as a man, period. Be able to be able to face that.
Right.
Cause it's your choice.
Right. That's just, man, I don't know. I'm not fucking like that, boy.
To take somebody's life, multiple people, and
then
then not even stand a tone for it. You don't even want to tell your side of the story.
Right. You don't give a fuck about no sides and no story. That's
some pussy ass shit.
Yep.
That's some pussy ass shit, man. Oh, man. Did we get, you know what? What else we got, Ice, man? What else?
I don't know, man. We went out there. We went out there and handled business Saturday, though.
Did y'all? Oh, yeah. Still undefeated, huh?
Undefeated season, man. Now it's like everybody coming out the Dion now, but they just sprung a leak talking about he didn't pass some shit and going back in his record talking about crazy shit, you know. But, you know, like Shannon said, you know, they weren't talking about it. They don't talk about that shit with other motherfuckers just getting ready to take head coaching jobs. He said that one coach done been 5 or 6 motherfucking places and he ain't been right at neither one of them places, but ain't nobody. You know what I mean? So
ain't nobody saying shit about him, huh?
Ain't nobody saying nothing about him.
That shit crazy, man.
No, but you gonna get it. You know, just like I posted on Facebook. You know, everybody cool with you. until you outdo them.
Oh yeah, of course.
No matter what.
Did you
Average,
you put that on there? I need to share that.
right? Huh?
You put that on there when? Today?
Yeah, I put that on there today with the Shannon Sharp thing, man. And that's just what it is. That man said he was put there by God, so it don't matter what y'all do, what y'all say or nothing. It's
Right.
not gonna tarnish what he's done. But when you look at people, then yeah, I expected it to come. I really did. Got there and started doing good and shit. Everything. And then boom, somebody drop a dirt bomb from years ago or some dumb shit.
Right. Or some old bull.
That you just can't let you shine. And it don't have nothing to do with them. They in a whole other. It ain't got nothing to do with their job, but it ain't got nothing. That's the difference.
Right.
Like politicians, okay. You got politicians, they going for this seat or they going for this shit. Yeah, you expect another politician to throw some dirt.
Right.
But these motherfuckers ain't got nothing to do with what he got going on, but they just slinging dirt because of the positive shit that he's doing. The angle that he's taking, the different approach he's taking and shit. And that guy that didn't want to shake his hand and said he was swag, really looking like an ass. No. After you said that, this man done ran the damn table. He done beat y'all ass, then went and ran the table with the rest of the swag, but he ain't swag though.
Right.
And I think that's what started it. With the whole, it's with the whole negative vibes and shit, man. If that dude had shook his hand and shit, I think things would have went a lot different. But because he didn't, it created a whole nother avenue that shit, Dion ready for it. He don't nah, you not gonna outshine me, You're not going you not gonna outshine me. I don't care who you are. You're not gonna outshine me. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I don't let your haters be your motivator, and that's just what it is. But yeah, man, it's just that shit is crazy. And then everybody in the United States knows 3 people in Mississippi. the city councilman Stokes, the mayor Lumumba, and then this dude David Archie, man. You gotta you gonna have to just I'm gonna send you stuff. You just check this dude out, man. He a cousin of mine. I don't fool with him or nothing because he's dirty, but he's just a dirty individual, man. And his wife called him. She been trying to get divorced from him, and he ain't never signed it and shit. She just caught his ass on video the other night going off and posted that shit on Instagram, Facebook, all over the place, man. I went and got motherfucking court documents, police records about all the shit he done, And it's one of those situations where who is he to where he done all this negative shit and ain't never got in trouble for it?
Right. Crazy.
But he still holds this position with the city government, But I said it.
But see, when people get that power, people get in power to get the certain motherfuckers behind their backs, and you know what I'm saying, and they can keep on doing what they doing because they filling them coffers up. You know what I mean? They filling that bread right.
We said it the other week. It's more about popularity than it is who gonna actually get in here and do the fucking job.
Yep.
Dude known more for his shenanigans than he is for out in the community doing anything right.
That's a damn shame.
Damn shame, bro.
That's a damn shame. Well, man, we gonna have to roll up out of here. I gotta make it to the damn store, Ice.
One more quick thing with you though, y'all.
What's happening, my nigga?
A lady called in to the police department in Jackson. I think it's early this week. Right? She called her about her son being carjacked, and they took his possessions and took his truck and all that shit. Right? She called the motherfucking police station. They told her they had number 3 motherfuckers on duty, bro.
Nigga, are you serious?
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you, bro. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh my gosh.
They had but 3 motherfuckers on duty, yo.
What kind of hillbilly shit is that?
You can't make that shit up, man. You can't make it up. I'm gonna find that shit and send it to
Bro,
you,
that's
yo.
Boss Hog, Jasper, and the other motherfucker.
But this is the motherfucking capital city of
The
Mississippi.
nigga back at the shit on the radio.
It's three people there. The motherfucker answering the phone. A motherfucking janitor and the nigga at the door who's scanning you when you walk in because they got the dude that you got a damn metal detector at the door.
Bro, I'm sleep with that shit.
It's
Yeah,
three people on duty now.
Said
Come
that
on.
shit, bro.
Come on.
That's hilarious, dog.
One of those out of this world. I can't believe this shit.
Right. I can't believe this shit happened.
We need to get a segment on that. This title is that some
Right.
shit you ain't gonna believe. Bingo.
You ain't lying. We do. We gonna animal cut a what's the name for it. I'm gonna cut a little graphic for it. You ain't gonna believe this shit.
You just not gonna believe this shit.
Hell no. Hell no, man. Yeah, definitely send that shit. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Thanks for
man. I'm sorry I got in here late, bro, but
it's all good. We don't never trip on that, man. Shit.
Everybody out there listening, happy Thanksgiving to you, man.
Most definitely, and that's the main thing we want to say.
Yeah, it's that time of the year when you get with your family and shit, man. It should be all year, but how everybody is, they have everything going on. So, it's only like 3-4 times you really get with your family throughout the year: Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So,
yeah, you right.
Get with your people, man. Put them up on some game, man.
Yeah.
All this crazy shit, bro. There's too many of us getting out of here too quick, man.
Man.
Cherish that shit. Make memories. You know what I mean? Make some memories, yo.
Facts.
Because you might not see them next week with all this dumb shit going on. So, have some positive thing about somebody. Have a memory that you share with this person that's going to take you past, because it's a couple people close to me that's got out of here. Well, in the last week or so.
Damn.
And
condolences, man.
And a friend of mine, she talking about her uncle, and that shit's just like, you wish you had said or things you had done with that person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't put that shit out. Go and do that shit, man.
Most definitely, man.
Most definitely. It's fishing. If a mother like to shoot dice, shit, get 10 ones and just shoot dice, man, and have some fun, bro.
Facts. Go do something. Play some cards. Hey, well, look, man, that was beautifully said. I can't say nothing. I can't add nothing else to that, man. Just y'all go tell somebody y'all love them this week, man. For real. You never know. You never know how much that might affect their day. You know what I mean? Don't forget. Man. Saturday, if you're in the Akron area, Saturday come out to Annabelle's, the 26th. Gallimaufry, the show, the live listening event.
Y'all ever on the trying to show it? Y'all ever get that squared away?
I have to find. I guess it's all up to me, man. I think Drib got something going on. I think somebody probably using his phone, but I'm gonna try to find my portal and see if I can do it live from Facebook.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you before Saturday and see where it's at, so I can make sure I be somewhere and sit down and watch that, yo.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right.
I want to throw some participation in it. I want to say some shit. I want to comment.
Already, my dude. Already, man. But shit, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Episode 40, man, and we out. Thanks for hanging.
Peace.